Do you remember when Cherry Coke looked like this? So if you're the same age as me, you will probably remember this can design of Cherry Coke very fondly. I know a lot of people do, and some people look at it and call this Cherry Coke's grunge phase. This can is sealed, which it won't be for much longer, and went out of date on the 22nd of July 2014. So I bought this a little while before then, and I found this in some sort of kebab shop. I can't remember where I was exactly. I think it was somewhere like Brighton. The can design had actually been gone from the UK for quite a while at that point. I couldn't tell you how long. Might be a year, 2 years. Honestly, can't remember. I just remember going past this kebab shop and seeing this in the fridge through the window. So just immediately went and bought it. And some countries in Europe kept this design going for a little bit longer than the UK. This can is actually from Poland. It does have www.coca-cola.pl as its website on there, which is Polish. So yeah, very cool. And I thought, you know, it's sat in the cupboard since I bought it, and I thought, let's open it and see what it looks like, and you know, see if it smells like Cherry Coke still. Yeah, so not much more I can say. Still smells like Cherry Coke, so that's a plus. Now I don't know if it's just because there's a window in front of me, which is behind the camera, and it's just the way the light's shining through it, but it does look very pale, and I can actually see bits floating in it, which I will see if I can get that on camera in a bit. I don't know how well I'll succeed with that, but oh yes, lots of bits floating in that. So I mean, it does smell like Cherry Coke. I'm going to have a very slight taste of this. Yeah, it didn't, it tasted like incredibly watered down Cherry Coke. So, yeah, but yeah, there's loads of bits in that. So, yeah, it's quite interesting to see. Okay, so I've put this in front of my window, so you've got nice light shining through, and you should be able to see all the little bits in it. All the, yeah, all those little black spots. So yeah, if you ever wondered what 10-year out-of-date Coke looks like, there's your answer. Thought it would be interesting to just sieve it, just to see if anything gets caught up. So no, it's all rested at the bottom of the glass. So yeah, I think that all dissolved in the water. Okay, so one more taste test, Slimer. Your turn. You can finish off what's left. Before doing this video, I had a look online doing some research just to see if there was any information of how long a can of Coke would last after its sell-by date, and I found lots of people saying that this stuff lasts forever because of the sugar and all the other crap in it. Clearly not true, but that doesn't stop people putting stuff on the internet as fact that they have no idea about. So yeah, that's just the internet and social media for you nowadays. Now, after I poured the drink away, I had a look inside the can. Now, unfortunately, I couldn't get this on camera just because of lighting, but there's lots of syrup, and I've had a little scrape around with this straw. So there's lots of the actual Coke syrup stuck to the bottom of the can. So clearly the syrup had separated from you know, the fizzy water or whatever, which is why it came out pale, and probably why when I first smelt it, it actually did just smell like normal cherry Coke. There wasn't anything from the initial sniff test that made me think, oh, this has gone off or anything. So that was interesting. Now, of course, this is 10 years after. We have no idea when this can of Coke actually got into the state that, you know, we saw in this experiment. It might have been at that state after 7 years, 5 years, 3 years. I have no idea. And, you know, how would it have looked in 20 years? Again, you know, not really sure. I don't know if it could have got any worse, really. And the other thing with cans generally is that eventually the substance inside would actually corrode them and they'd leak. So probably wouldn't have lasted 20 years anyway, you know, the liquid remaining inside it. So as for the can itself, I still intend to keep it on a shelf in my kitchen. I do love old cans, and this one particularly does bring back a lot of memories. I used to drink a lot of this in this can when I was younger, and I just like it as a design, really. So yeah, really cool. I will try and give it a decent wash out. Don't know how successful I will be on that, but definitely going to stay on the shelf in my kitchen. So be sure to let me know in the comments, do you remember this can design? Does it bring back memories for you like it does for me? And have you ever opened an old can of Coke or any other drink, really? And was it in similar condition or completely different? Now, most of my channel is Ghostbusters related, so if you love Ghostbusters, please subscribe. If you don't like Ghostbusters, this probably isn't a channel for you, but either way, I hope you really enjoyed this video. Thanks for watching.
Want to give a big shout out to the Magic Ghostbuster. Hey Darren, very, very impressive.